Welcome to the Salty Chip Podcast, where you're always coming back for more, with your hosts Mackenzie and Isaac.
Today we will be recapping The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, episode 10. So the opening scene is Heather Gay. She is at her home, and Angie is at her home, and they get on the phone with each other while they are having their morning coffee. And they kind of just go in and start talking about the telepathic tasting that happened, all the fights that were going on. Angie says that she feels really bad for like how things have happened, but she doesn't feel like Lisa feels the same way. And
it's kind of like that. They're both like, "Oh, I feel bad how things happened, but I don't think I did anything wrong."
Right.
Both of them are saying that, so it's
Right.
like, well, nothing's gonna get resolved.
Right. And then Heather talks about helping Lisa Barlow change, and that she's capable of admitting fault, but she just never seen it.
Yeah.
Which is a common theme about like Lisa's personality in general. It's a major complaint that she's
perfect. Everybody else is wrong but her, you know.
And even her husband says this, makes the same point.
Yeah.
So as we see later in the episode, which we will get to. So Angie does talk to Heather about the fight with Mary, and so she tells Heather, I'm having Mary over for, you know, some snacks and to talk about the fight, and that she does want that relationship back. So,
yeah, she doesn't want to be beefing with Mary and, you know,
Right.
wants to get back to a good spot together.
Right. And then that's when Heather comes out and says again that, you know, mentioning the below deck yacht trip that's coming up.
Yeah.
And that, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. I think, is that the next episode?
I think so. It'll be good to see, you know. They'll definitely be like a good, I guess, guest to have on the boat. And it'll be interesting to see like the episode from both sides, sort of see it from the Salt Lake side and then see it from the below deck side, because I'm sure it will air on both.
Yeah, that will be fun. And it will be interesting because 3 days doesn't seem like a long time, but on a girls' trip where most of them, it's hard for them to get along.
Like they can't get through a meal without having a meltdown. 3 days is like eternity.
Yeah, it's going to be a long trip, I feel like.
Yeah.
And now we see Bronwyn having ice cream with Todd. Now, if you don't remember, Todd is supposed to be trying harder this season with being, you know, nicer to Bronwyn, more attentive, listening, actually like caring in what she says. But this ice cream date just goes miserably wrong. So first they sit down. She got a sundae and she says how much she loves the maraschino cherry.
Like, I only got this for the maraschino cherries. They're my favorite. I love them.
Yes. And then she goes, it always upsets me when you take the cherry because it's my favorite part and I save it for the end. And he goes, like, and he's already
like grumpy
acting,
little hamster.
Yeah, like right? But like he's already acting like pouty and off.
He looks so miserable there.
Yeah.
He looks like he was totally dragged there.
Right.
He's like hating every moment of it.
So right after, like I think it said 9 seconds later, he takes the maraschino cherry off of her sundae and eats it. And she was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
You are an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, I just said that upset me, and now you're doing it again. And
like,
he just
like
was
this?
like, yeah, he like
Yeah.
didn't care.
I don't even think he says anything. He's just like, huh.
He just like makes a noise. Yeah, like he like just like grunts at things. It's
and he looks so like dead-eyed, just like so not happy to be there.
No, and he's not happy to be there. He doesn't want to listen to her updating him on what happened at the telepathic tasting, whether it had to do with her staying out of the drama, whether it had to do with her, you know, trying to be on better terms with Lisa Barlow, whether it had to do with the reading that she got from the guy about the mom's health condition. He did not want to hear anything about any of it.
It seems like he doesn't want her on the show. Like, he wants no part of the show, but he does film with her, but it all feels like begrudgingly.
Yeah,
know?
and she does say Todd is over this group of women, so I know he won't film with the women.
He'll only do like scenes with Bronwyn.
I think
kind of thing.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then he says it's all craziness and that Bronwyn, you know, if she goes on the girls' trip, it's, you know.
He's like, he's told her just a million times, like, I think you need to stop hanging out with Lisa. And if you go on the trip and have a fight with Lisa, don't tell me about it because I don't care about it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear about it anymore. I've told you not to do this.
Yeah.
So if you do it and it bites you, don't bring it to me.
Yeah. So this is him trying to be, you know, understanding and thoughtful this season, which I feel like he just cannot.
No.
Like, it's just not in him to be like that.
No.
And then,
it's just a weird thing with their relationship of, like, they don't... or I don't know. Maybe she respects him, but he doesn't really respect her. It's just that weird, like, the age difference. There's a natural, almost... parent-child thing going on, and it's sort of like he just doesn't look at her like a serious person.
Yeah,
you know,
she needs his validation, which she said many times,
and it seems more so in a sense of a parent giving validation versus like a partner supportive peer kind of thing. Like, it definitely seems like it's from that place,
right? Kinda. And so then they go in and they talk about the psychic. And he's like, oh, you know, because the psychic said your mom should check into her medical issues a little bit more, do some more tests. Yeah. There's something underlining there. And he's like, oh, is that their medical opinion?
Yeah.
And it's like, just give the girl a freaking bone, you know, and be like, do you know what? If y'all are worried about it, go get your blood test, you know? But he just always got to, like, stick the knife in and, like, turn it more. And so he goes, I guess it's a 50-50 guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, my God. And then Bronwyn almost starts crying.
Yeah, it's like, great ice cream date.
Yeah. And she goes, why won't you, like, you know, appease me and you're making me feel misunderstood, and I'm offended that you're not into anything I have to say. You act like nothing I do or say isn't important. And then Todd is still cold and acting just
like
kind of
sitting
like Todd.
there, like looking just
and she
miserable.
Is like about to just start bursting. And he eventually, you know, says, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And now we are seeing Lisa Barlow and John in their home, and she is talking about like what she's going to pack for the below deck yacht trip that's coming up for 3 days. And she goes on and says, oh, John, you remember our yacht trip? I packed 9 suitcases.
So cringe. Like, that's just like, there's no reason she needed 9 suitcases. That was purely like some weird flex thing, you know? Like,
okay, that's one thing I was gonna say is like, that's not a flex.
No, it's not. It's like
a flex would be,
it's cringe.
A drop dead gorgeous girl has all the outfits, everything, and it fit into like one normal suitcase, and that is like, dang girl, you got all those looks and outfits out of that. But a flex is not bringing half your closet on a yacht. Like, let's be honest, it's not, you know, 10,000 square foot rooms.
It's not. That's what she's so vain and just like wants to be the best purely in like the richest and counting everyone's money, that it's just everything has to just be, it's like gluttony, you know? Like it's to the point where it's just like gluttonous, you know? It's like, you do not need 9 suitcases on a boat. You're wearing bathing suits the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
It was like,
and maybe like a couple of dresses or whatever for dinner, but like just 9 suitcases is so dumb.
It's just weird. Like, she wants to be that girl.
Yeah.
You know, that gets attention for
like
just being absurd.
Yeah.
And I guess she does.
And taking it to the like extreme, you know, like it's cliche, oh, women pack way more than men. They're always going to have more bags than men.
Yeah.
But she has to be like even more extreme cliche of like, I pack way more than even women. I'm so, you know, like she's just always trying to remind you she's like above you.
Yeah, it's
in these
just
weird ways.
weird.
You know?
And it doesn't hit right ever.
No.
Anyways, then she goes on and makes another dig, and she's like, well, this is 3 days. I'm usually going for 7 to 10 on a yacht. And it's just like...
Just all those comments. They're all like... They have no purpose but to inflate her ego.
Yeah.
Like, literally, there's no purpose in the conversation. They don't add substance to the conversation.
Yeah.
It's purely just like, don't forget I'm better.
Yeah.
Don't forget I'm better. You know?
Yeah, I know. And I think it does just drive everyone crazy. And honestly, it's probably driving John crazy at this point.
Oh, it probably drives him insane.
So then she brings up the telepathic reading that she went to and mentions the disconnect and lack of communication between her and John. And she says that she agrees with the reading and agrees that there is a disconnect.
And it was kind of interesting, like that scene. It kind of seemed a little bit like he knows there's obviously a disconnect. And when she's bringing it up, like it almost seemed like he was thinking they were going to play it like it's not. Like they've done that on the cameras before. Like, oh, what is he talking about? But then she was like, and I agreed with it. So, and he like zipped it really quick and then just like let her talk more, you know? But it was kind of a weird vibe, like the whole start of that.
Weird.
And I don't know. That's how it felt for me, that like he seemed like they probably put on a show that they never have any problems ever.
Well,
and he thought that's what we were doing.
Yeah.
And then when she says, I agree, like,
he's like,
the
oh,
tone
God.
kind of changes.
We're going there.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I don't really want to go there. So he
Yeah.
kind of did like stay pretty quiet. He made a couple remarks. So this is kind of what happened. So she says that she takes care of everything in the house plus works. And she's feeling burnt out. She doesn't go to John for any type of emotional need or anything. She calls her dad instead. Her and John are never on the same pages. He doesn't listen to her. She said she doesn't listen to him either. Yeah. And she says, we have been together a long time, so it won't be perfect. And John replies with, well, everything you do is perfect. It's just me. And then has this like smirk on his face.
Yeah, like giving you the vibe that's like probably the therapy sessions are going. I do nothing wrong. It's John. Friends. This person, that person. It's never me. I'm just, everything is happening to me and I'm always just reacting.
Exactly.
And it seems like that's what he's saying.
So when your husband is also saying pretty much the guidelines of what all the other girls are saying, I'd say that's a red flag.
Yes, it's like, it's probably you, Lisa.
Yeah.
It's probably you.
Yeah, exactly. So now we see Mary walking into Angie's home, and they are supposed to sit down and talk about what happened at the telepathic tasting. At the end, Angie said, while she was in a like rage, said to Mary, you've all gone back to her, like gone back to Lisa Barlow. And Mary then said, like, you're done. I'm done with you. You're dead to me.
Yeah.
And walked away and left. So Angie definitely wants to get back in good graces. She is nervous, and she does admit to being a little bit scared, which I agree. Like that.
Yeah, she knows it's going to be like an uncomfortable conversation, addressing an elephant in the room.
Yeah. 100%. So,
and she actually wants to be friends with Mary. So like a lot of times when they meet up and it's like that, it's like, I want to destroy them. There's like a lot of that kind of energy, where this is like they actually want to meet up, and she does actually want resolve. Right. So it's more like nervous.
Yeah.
Versus like spiteful.
And so Angie does start the conversation with an apology and says that she just got so worked up and that she was defending herself, and she knows that Mary was trying to calm her down. And then Mary just goes on to explain kind of where she comes from.
I'm going to start with, I'm sorry. I know that you wanted to calm me down. I know you were trying to help me. It's hard for me to allow someone to bully me and not respond. This is the bully on the playground that
you're becoming.
But Mary, I'm responding. I'm not bullying her. I'm responding.
Yeah, but you get so angry that you can't even focus and you don't even hear people. We're in a sisterhood and I can't even get you to calm down? Then what am I there for? How are you allowing someone to get you that mad to the point it's affecting our friendship? That's where the problem is. You get so caught up into something that's so not important, then I don't even exist. And then I'm like, Angie, you're, you launched out at me.
I was
your
frustrated
enemy.
with the whole table.
You're supposed to be my sister, okay? But you're not.
I am your
You know
sister.
you're not. Find another one, okay?
Cheers. Thanks for coming.
Oh, cheers.
Well, cheers on the couch, too. But
I just can't. I don't know why I'm farting.
maybe you should sit over there.
as far away
And then
from us
we'll
as
sit over
possible.
there. If you've got gas, I'm just going to place myself.
Okay.
If I got gas,
At least Mary's warning us when she's ripping. Mary's got gas. What else should we cover today? You usually smell good.
well, I shouldn't have said anything because you're going to say it 100 times.
No, I'm done.
Okay?
I'm done.
Let's
I'm
not
done.
hear it anymore.
We're done with the gas.
First of all, the dog farted. And then you said, oh, maybe that's Mary. You said, come on, Brahma. Oh, we better sit over here because Mary's got gas. And then your dog farts and smells the whole house up. And then you blamed it like it was my fart. I'm like, first of all, I eat healthy. My farts don't come out like that. We should know the fart between my fart and a dog fart. And then you're, oh my God, Mary, is that you? And then both, like, okay. I'm like, enough. I got it. And next I won't tell you when I fart.
Okay.
Seriously?
I know.
Like, if you farted and I smelled, I would never make fun of you. And you don't even know if I smelled your fart before. Maybe I have. But I would never talk about it and make fun. But you didn't smell my fart.
I did smell your fart.
I know.
You acknowledged that you farted, so I said,
I
why
said
don't
I
you
had
sit over
gas.
there? And then you said you had gas. So
I said I
why
had
don't you
gas.
sit over here.
I was offended by it, okay?
So in all, it was great that they had this fight and conversation because they do end up making up at the end. But hearing Mary being so strong in her convictions of like, it's not time for me to be friends with you and all this stuff. I was worried there for a sec that their friendship was like truly gonna end.
Yeah, it seemed like that was going to be the real start of the true like permanent falling out.
Right.
They're not friends anymore. So it was
Right.
definitely nice to see it like not go that way.
Yes. And then they transition into the fart fight, and I could not stop laughing, especially when Mary blames it on the dog.
It's crazy. And Angie, like, Mary is so serious and upset about this. And you can
Yes.
tell even hearing it, Angie's like trying to not laugh or smile or anything, just like
Yeah.
thinking this is so crazy and ridiculous.
Yeah.
But she's so serious, so I need to be serious, you know?
Right.
It
And
was
I
wild.
totally get where Mary's coming from. It is not fun to kind of feel like you're like having these little digs towards you about something that's like, you know, dude, like lay off. Like I totally
Yeah.
get where she's coming from with that.
Yeah.
But just the fact that it's over a fart is the funny part.
Yeah, and I feel like Angie thought it was more like just riffing, having fun.
Yeah.
But Mary, it was like not for her.
No,
You know, like
it
their
was like-
experiences of
Yeah.
that, like whatever they were doing, some kind of tea time or something,
Yeah.
were like totally different.
Yeah.
You know?
She thought she was making like little
Like,
Angie
oh, this
was
is like a
digging
funny
at her
thing,
and
and-
Angie thought that it was like playful and fun.
Yeah.
But ooh.
But it's good they made up and,
Right.
you know, back to smooth sailing with them.
Right. Now we see Heather and Lisa Barlow enter into a boutique and they are going to be buying clothes for their yacht trip coming up and then just kind of chit-chatting. So first, Lisa, of course, asks if she can bring glam.
Yeah.
And of course, it's a no. She was like, no. Like, there's not going to be any space. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like it's a big boat, but it's not like a freaking hotel, dude. Like,
Right,
you know, like we're
right.
probably gonna fill all of the rooms, just
Right,
us. Like, where are
right.
these people gonna be?
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, I am eager to see what Lisa looks like doing her own glam on this trip.
Yeah, maybe she
Or-
just can't, and that's why she needs it. And that's
or
what's all
she'll
like crazy. Like when her eye was all crazy, she like did it herself or something, so it was all like jacked up.
Yeah, or she will have her glam boated in each morning to have it done and then boated back
Which is just
to...
ridiculous.
I could see her doing that though.
No, I could totally see that happening.
I could see,
Yeah.
you know, she's like, okay, well, if they can't stay on the boat, well, then
Yeah, they'll just stay on shore and we'll dock them or dolly them out or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
Exactly. I could just, Totally see that happening.
For sure.
So, you know, of course, she doesn't like that she can't bring her glam. And then she makes a dig towards Angie, saying, oh, well, I bet Angie's going to think this is so nice, and she's never, ever been on a big bow. And then Heather's like, this is exactly why.
Yeah.
People, like, don't feel for you or want to really
like
be
they're not
going to
rally around you or anything,
Yeah.
you know?
And so Heather says that she's not going to haze Angie. And Lisa says that Angie gets a high off of them fighting. And then Heather says she doesn't see that at all and that Angie was actually crying over it. And she goes crying, let's see, crying about what? Because she's a mean bitch.
Yeah, just like...
It's like, what? And then Heather comes back, and I'm glad Heather stands up to her. Heather comes back and goes, well, if she's a mean bitch, then you're a mean bitch. And this is when Lisa, like, starts not being able to handle it.
No, it's just more of exactly what John was saying.
Yeah.
It's everyone but me.
Yeah.
Everyone's a mean bitch but me. I'm the nicest person in the world.
Yeah.
Yet I'm always fighting with all these other people. You know, it's
Yeah.
just like...
And she
okay,
was like,
okay,
well,
Lisa.
Angie brought up my kids and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, but that's not what started it. It was already started before she had brought up the kids.
That was like one thing in this like huge reaction thing that's been going on for a long time.
And she shouldn't have brought up the kids. I agree. There's many other things that she could have attacked her for.
Like, for sure, Angie, she kind of stepped in a trap with that because it wasn't about the kids, really. Mm-hmm. It was just happened to be that's the brand she says is her kids' brand, but it was about her, it was about Lisa, you know, like it had nothing to do with the kid or a criticism of the kid or anything, you know.
And then Heather goes, well, what about Soup Man? Like, you're starting this whole rumor about a Soup Man and Angie getting together. And then Lisa clears it up and says, no, Suit, like S-U-I-T, Suit Man. And she was like, well, she was just saying how I cheated on John. So it is that.
So I just made it up. I'm just going to sling at her whatever she slings at me, whether it's the card thing, going on vacation on someone's card, or Soup Man or Soup Man.
And Heather says that everyone has a history with Lisa and they've all been burned by Lisa, and that her and Lisa are starting to be on a better path, but they do have a bad history.
Yeah.
And they go back and forth on like who said the worst things to each other, Angie or Lisa. And
Heather's whole thing is like, dude, y'all are both equally as guilty and culpable. Like, let's just stop fighting. Let's stop going as low as we're going. Both of y'all are being assholes. Let's call it a day. But, like, Lisa just can't.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I'm perfect in my behavior. Yeah. It's all other people.
Well, Heather calls her a risky friend and says, you need to clear it up or you need to change your ways. Otherwise, it will never go away.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's like Lisa's losing friends left and right.
For sure.
Yeah. And maybe even her husband.
Yeah, and with the scene of the husband thing, it also makes more sense, the whole lawsuit, why there's those random pictures of John and them in there. Like, a lot of the stuff from the past kind of makes sense with all that, you know?
It's kind of like she posted those pictures of her and John at the game, courtside or whatever, and then at the yacht. In order to maybe prove to herself, like, oh, no, we're good. Oh, no, we're happy.
For sure.
You know, but from what we've seen, they're pretty awkward with each other.
Yeah. It definitely seems like a weird tension vibe.
Yeah.
You know?
Like the first time we saw
them. And they've been filming together for, like, at this point, years and years and years and years. So it's not like, they're uncomfortable on camera kind of thing. Like, it's not their first season. It's like her 8th. Yeah. You know?
So there's definitely something going on there. Next, we see Brittany meeting up with her daughter, Olivia. And they are at, I believe it's Starbucks.
Like some kind of coffee
shop. And Brittany was telling her about this story when, Olivia was 4. And people thought she was giving her a coffee, but really it was just steamed milk. And it was like a funny moment for Brittany. But the daughter was just like, I have no memory of that. Like, this is
It was like this
strange.
Weird, like, story to, like, justify, like, I did take care of you and I was your mommy, and the daughter's like, well, I don't remember any of that, and all the memories I do have are shit. So like, cool story for you, but that I don't get why you're telling me that.
Yeah. And so the daughter just goes on and says, like, you choose men and you've chosen Jared over me many times. There was this one time in between work, she was going to stop at her mom's for 30 minutes and say hi.
Because they were trying to do what they're doing now. Because she's saying, remember what happens last time we tried to talk like this?
Yeah. She invites Jared over at the same time. Jared comes in, doesn't acknowledge the child, and they start making out in front of her. And that
never even look. I think she just
her.
leaves.
Yeah,
you know, it's like crazy.
It's like, great, that's so great. Like, Jared could have totally waited.
You would think if he's some great Mormon guy, you think he'd be like, the girl I'm dating's relationship with all of her kids is totally in freaking shambles. Like, I'm not gonna be a contributing factor to that.
Right.
If he walks in seeing that, he's a good Mormon guy. He'd been like, oh, y'all are obviously like talking. I know y'all are strained. Like, I'm going to step out. Just text me when you're done kind of thing.
Right.
You know, not grab her and start making out with her in front of him so the daughter feels so uncomfortable she leaves.
Right.
It's like, this guy's a piece of crap, you know?
Right. Yeah, he is. I mean,
who cares if he's Mormon
is.
or he's an Oswald family or whatever? It's like,
She has
dude,
a type.
the guy is crap.
Yeah.
And she's crap too, you know?
Yeah. And so it's just awkward, and Brittany shakes her head and she's looking at her and says sorry, and then it just kind of goes into why Olivia is upset.
Thanks for meeting me.
Yeah. Do you remember the last time we tried this?
No.
Well, I had like 30-minute break between jobs. So I
Yeah.
came over to your house, planned to meet up. Then Jared came at the same time, and then you guys just started making out in front of me. Didn't even glance at me. So I guess
No,
the
I'm really
difference
sorry
here
about
in
that.
this is that a man you were dating was there for the first one. So now that he's not here, you're giving me your full attention, which I appreciate, but I want you to want to get to know me and to want to spend time with me over anyone, especially somebody that you're dating, not dating, who knows?
I know. I don't even know why that happened. I really don't. I've been in the habit of choosing men for so long because I have kids that I don't even get to see. So it's like I'm almost
you can't
out of
put
the
that on
habit.
us.
No,
you can't talk about how sad you are because you don't have kids who don't talk to you.
I'm not. I'm trying to get to know you. Like, I'm trying.
My mom was everything that you'd want in a mom. So present in our lives. Every field trip, every dance recital, every school talent show, she was there. And she was so much fun. I was 12 when she got remarried, and it was like somebody flipped a switch in her brain to turn that person off completely. And so to go from, I love my mom, she comes with me to everything, to be begging for her attention was so hard. Because I knew that she can be a loving mother who cares about her kids. I know it's in her. But I just think that it's important that you take accountability and realize that I wanted a mom. What kid is like, I don't really want my mom to raise me. I would really love to talk to my dad about periods.
God.
That's ideal.
That's so sad. That's so sad, Olivia. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to make it better. That's the truth of it. I don't know how to make it better. Because I can't go back.
I know that. But I put myself in your shoes and I was like, I would never do that. So why did you?
I don't know, Liv.
So it was definitely really sad to hear all of that from Olivia, that her mom used to be such a great mom. And then it was, I think she said, like a switch
After her
turned
first
off in her
marriage,
brain.
yeah, and a switch flipped, and it's never flipped back.
Yeah, and it's just, I can't imagine how frustrating as a preteen that would be. Because like she said, she knows it's there. It's just not there anymore.
Some of it I think is, it's tough, you know. I mean, you hope it really was truly there. Some of it you wonder how much is it just backwards rationalizing, because she seems absolutely horrible. Even at this coffee thing, she tries to come up with the excuse of, oh, I was like that because y'all kids wouldn't talk to me. It's like, no, we wouldn't talk to you because you were like that and we went to live with dad. So then you don't get to say, oh, that's why I was like that. Right. It's like, again, you're flipping it on us. It's our fault that you just choose shitty men over and over and put them above us. Like,
I think
she's so toxic, you know?
I think she's definitely a true narcissist. There is no emotion behind anything unless it's like feeling bad for herself.
And like when she is apologizing to her and like trying to explain it, like it sounds like somebody acting, trying to recite lines or something. It's like it doesn't seem like her real thoughts, or it's like it's like, this is what I think I should be saying right now, and I should try to sound emotional about it or whatever. It's just weird. Like,
at some point, I'm sure Olivia will realize that honestly, having any type of relationship with Brittany is just toxic.
It's crazy. Well, I think that's what the other daughter has realized, and so she's like trying with this one. But the whole watching that and just remembering all of the other scenes, Whitney telling her, you do realize this is your daughter, and like you feel like you should try to know her, right?
Yeah.
Like you can tell. I don't think she literally cares about anyone else's feelings or thinks about them.
No.
In any way.
I don't think so either. Yeah. It's really sad. It's a sad situation. I feel really bad for Olivia and whoever her sister is. Yeah.
Horrible.
And now we see Heather and Meredith meeting up and going on a walk. And they are there to talk about who they believe, Angie or Lisa. Did Lisa instruct Angie to dig up information on Meredith's family when they were not getting along? Meredith has let this slide, I think, the past 2 times that it's been brought up to her, right?
Yeah, she's definitely doing the, like, unless somebody brings me, like, text messages or actual physical proof, she's going to believe Lisa, which I think is a foolish mistake.
Yes. And then Heather says, well, I believe Angie. And it's definitely, I get why Meredith isn't quick to believe Angie because they haven't gotten along in the past. But Lisa, you know, as Heather points out, this is what Lisa does.
Exactly. Like with
this is exactly
she doesn't want to
Lisa's
believe Angie
work.
right away because she wants proof and to sort of be, you know, be. I don't know the word I'm trying to say, but she wants proof. And then Heather though is like, this is totally her MO. We've seen this happen over and over and over again. Like you don't need. She's just like, it doesn't pass the smell test, whether there's proof or not.
Right.
You know.
Right. And so Heather wants to keep Lisa at arm's length. She is not liking, you know, Heather and her haven't been on the greatest terms over the years either. So Heather's not liking how Lisa wraps you in and then kind of just tosses you around and, you know, creates all the drama.
It's sort of like she wraps him in, then goes and picks all these fights with people and then is like, why aren't you staunchly defending me?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not going to go do your dirty work for you and go get on the bad side of everyone because you are on the bad side with everyone, you know?
Meredith says that Lisa was just profusely apologizing for years after that hot mic moment. And Heather goes on to say, well, yeah, because she was caught.
Exactly.
And she couldn't deny it because that's what she would usually do. And she was actually caught red-handed. So, of course, she was saying sorry. And this might be the only time that we've ever seen her, you know, or heard of her saying sorry. But, so
and
I
if she
think
wasn't caught, she would have been denying it the whole time.
Exactly.
You know, so it's like, does the sorry matter?
Right.
If it's
But
only done when it's essentially through force and there's no option.
But Meredith is believing Lisa more because of that aspect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So just an interesting, you know, point.
Yeah. I think it's going to come back to bite her, though.
Sure. I totally believe Angie.
Yeah.
For sure. So now we see Mary, Heather, and Angie go over to Whitney's home, and they are filling out their preference sheets for the below deck yacht. So that is the sheet that tells the crew everything that they like.
All your food preferences, your drink preferences, all those kind of things.
Yeah, if you want anything extra or this or that or something specific. So It was funny because Mary mentioned 2003 Dom Perignon like 4 times.
A million times. And first she wasn't filling it out at all. And they were like, no, dude, like nothing will be there for you if you don't fill it out. Like,
and
you need to tell them what you want.
Yeah, they said Mary was the pickiest, so she definitely needed to fill it
Yeah.
out. So I am eager to see if they flop on that, or if they actually get her or Dom Perignon, or if the producers are like, don't actually get it.
Yeah, right. But she loves that stuff, man. That's like her jam, I guess.
Yeah, and then she also wanted Egyptian cotton sheets and fruit parfait and tea.
Yeah.
So then they bring up the rumors that have been going around about Bronwyn, and I was so eager to see if they were going to have this on the show. If you don't remember, a couple months ago, it was leaked that Bronwyn had identity theft charges against
identity
her.
theft and fraud charges.
Yes, and like felony identity theft. And then it quickly pans to Bronwyn and Todd having cocktails. And this is obviously them meeting to talk about the headlines that are out and how they affect Todd's, work relationships, personal relationships, how people view him as a CEO.
You can see he's probably going to start catching some flack like Whitney's husband did.
Yeah.
Like similar kind of thing going on here.
Yeah, for sure. So they go on to tell us that this happened over 10 years ago, but she got charged for it 4 years ago. So this is what she was charged with. 5 counts of felony grand theft and 1 count of felony identity theft. She was charged on March 8th, 2021. And like I said, it happened 10 years ago, though.
So it probably happened in like 2015, 16, kind of around when they got married.
So they've been married 9 years. So I wonder, this either happened when they first met,
Or like
before they met, or
like she was doing this before she met him, and then he had the bag, so she was like didn't have to do that
like
stuff
good
anymore.
to go or
whatever.
something.
Yeah, kind of thing.
But there are no police reports or arrest records, so she didn't get arrested for the charges.
Yeah, I think it's like she probably settled it and paid some restitution or something.
Todd probably
paid it.
Restitution.
So it's like technically sealed and expunged off her record kind of thing,
Right.
But it all happened.
It did happen.
Yeah.
And she says it's sealed and that she can't talk about it. I think she just doesn't want to talk about it.
100% she doesn't want to talk about it. And you were also saying that it's kind of convenient, the timing. It's like, does Lisa have something to do with the like new story of it popping up?
100%.
And this is exactly what everyone is accusing her of on the show right now. Like, you dig up these things from the past, kind of twist them and bring them out at a time that's convenient for you.
Right.
And it's like, is that what's going on here with Bronwyn? Because they ended the last season at war, and they've been at war this season.
Yep.
So
I wouldn't be surprised if Lisa leaked this to the press or had some, doing in it all.
It's like the classic how
her
Lisa
assistant
Vanderpump
did
does it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I never talked to Page Six.
Yeah.
Her assistant did. So technically,
Yeah.
she's not lying when she
Yeah.
says I never talked to Page Six.
Yeah.
But everybody knows it came from you. You know.
And so Todd goes on to say he does not want her to go on the trip. Again, we've already heard him say that.
Yeah.
And but knowing this now, he really doesn't want her going on the trip.
Like, the heat's turning up. He's probably like telling her off camera, like, this is your last season. Like, they might be, who knows if they're headed for Splitsville or what. But
oh my God, it's kind of looking that way.
I don't see
a
him.
lot of the couples are looking that way.
Yeah, for sure.
And then he goes, it's okay. You're getting in the gutter, mucking around with slime.
Slime.
That's how he refers to as the other women.
Lisa, slime, you scum between my toes.
Yeah. And then he, says again, like, if you go, I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, basically.
And
I know you're going to
says-
get in a fight. I know it's going to be terrible.
Yep.
I don't want anything to do with it.
And then he ends it with, it's on you and you're setting yourself up.
And I think she's like on the verge of tears again.
Yeah.
Like, every time they go out, it's like...
It's just such a great time. But that was episode 10 of Real Housewives Salt Lake City. Stay tuned for next week.
Thanks for listening.